Manila Press presents The Door-to-Door Bookstore, written by Carsten Henn and read by Raphael Corkhill. 1. A Man for All Seasons. It has been said that books find their own readers, but sometimes they need someone to show them the way. Living proof of this could be found at a bookshop in southern Germany that went by the name of the City Gate. Admittedly, the name was an unusual choice, since the actual City Gate, or at least what remained of it, which even locals often mistook for an avant-garde artwork, stood a good 3 streets away. It was a very old bookshop, constructed and extended time and again over numerous historical periods. Extravagant architectural ornament and stucco rubbed shoulders with unadorned right angles. The glorious juxtaposition of the old and the new, the flamboyant and the restrained, which characterized the building's exterior, also continued into its interior. Red plastic stands of CDs and DVDs stood next to frosted metal shelves of mangas. These in turn took their place next to globes displayed in polished glass cases, or elegant wooden shelves of books. Customers could find board games, stationery, tea, and even chocolate, a recent addition, for sale. The labyrinthine room was dominated by a heavy, dark counter, known to employees simply as the altar. It looked like a relic from the Baroque period. Carvings on the front depicted a rural scene of a hunting party astride magnificent steeds, a pack of wiry dogs alongside, in pursuit of a group of wild boar. Inside, one late summer's day, the question that is the raison d'etre of every bookshop was being asked. Can you recommend a good book? The questioner, Ursel Schäfer, knew exactly what constituted a good book. Firstly, it must be gripping enough to keep her awake in bed reading until her eyes drooped shut. Secondly, it must contain at least 3, preferably 4 points, at which she was moved to tears. Thirdly, it must have no less than 300 pages, but no more than 380. And fourthly, the cover must never be green. Books with green covers were not to be trusted. Bitter experience had taught her this on several occasions. "Certainly," replied Sabina Gruber, who had been manager at the City Gate for the past 3 years. "What kinds of books do you enjoy reading?" Ursel Schäfer did not wish to say. She wanted Sabina Gruber to know. After all, as a bookseller, she was surely naturally endowed with a certain level of clairvoyant skill. "Give me 3 keywords, and I'll find just the right one to suit you. Romance? Rural? Cozy? Yes? I wonder, is Mr. Kohlhoff here?" asked Ursel Schäfer, her tone uneasy. "He always knows what I like. He knows what everyone likes." "No, I'm afraid he's not here today. Mr. Kohlhoff only works for us occasionally now." "What a shame. Never mind, I have something for you. A family saga set in Cornwall. Look, the cover art shows the family's stately manor and grounds." "It's green." Ursel Schäfer stared at Sabina Gruber in reproach. "Bright green." "That's because the story is set on the Earl of Dunborough's grand estate. It's a very good reviews." The heavy front door opened stiffly, setting the little copper bell above it, tinkling brightly. Karl Kohlhoff folded his umbrella, gave it his habitual shake, and placed it in the stand. His gaze scanned the bookshop he called home, on the lookout for new literary arrivals, awaiting an introduction to his customers. He'd always likened himself to a beachcomber who needed only a single glance to spy a hoard of treasures ready to be seized and freed from the grainy sand. As his gaze lit upon Ursel Schäfer, however, the treasures were forgotten in an instant. She threw him a warm smile, as though he were an amalgam of all the charming men she'd fallen in love with in the pages of the books he'd recommended over the years.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?